Great day, guys, and welcome to Indie Ready. My name is Mark. Happy New Year, first of all. I pray that everybody had an amazing 2018. 2019 is here. So let's get to the show. So recently, a coworker of mine asked me what should be her first gun, right? And I hear people say that quite often, and I personally do not like to recommend handguns or guns for anybody, because just because it worked well for me doesn't mean it's going to work well for you. So because you got to consider if how many times a person shot the gun, if the recoil is sensitive, if they can get their hand around, the frame of the gun, if they can ratchet slide, because some people don't have the physical strength to pull back a slide. So, yeah. But moving forward, so these are some of the things I think a person should consider when buying their first pistol. So, number one, do you have any experience shooting a firearm? Can you manipulate the functions? If not, I always tell people what I believe a dummy-proof gun would be. That is a revolver with no hammer, or even a revolver with a hammer. But I just want it's super simple. It's not too many things you can mess up with, right? But if you have to defend yourself with a striker fire pistol, or a single action, double action pistol, what if you have to clear a malfunction? Are you going to be able to sit there if something's going on and clear the malfunction, put another magazine or whatever it may be, and get back into action? Because I even look at it when I'm at the range. I like when malfunctions happen when I'm at the range, because it challenges me to think on my feet, like what would I do? So, any event, so you have to consider how big your hands are. I believe that if you want to go buy a firearm, if you're interested in it, if you've seen it on the internet or whatever that may be, go shoot at the range. Go see if a friend or family member has that gun and go shoot it. Because from my experience shooting a pistol, okay, the slide helps absorb some of the recoil. Okay, helps absorb some of the recoil. But if you go shoot something like 38 Special Plus P, you're going to feel more of that in your hand. So a snubby may not be something you want. You may want a 4-inch barrel. I don't know how long the barrel is on a Taurus Model 85. It looks like it's under 2 inches. But I know with my 357, my EA Windicator, it's a heavy revolver that shoots 357 Magnum 30 Special, and you don't really feel much. But this Taurus Model 85 is light, so even when you're just shooting a 38 Special, because that's all it can shoot, you feel a little more. Versus shooting a 9mm pistol, it's pretty soft. And the larger the gun, similar to the Beretta 92 FS or M9, it's a heavy gun, it's long, you don't feel anything at all. So you may want to consider those things. If it's going to be something you're going to conceal carry, I can conceal carry a revolver much easier than I can a pistol. So I can, but you have to weigh your options. So first, go take a basic firearms class. Go shoot with your friend or family members. You have a variety of guns, you can get a feel for the guns. And then, actually, you can feel how comfortable it is for you. And you got to think about your intended use. What are you going to use the firearm for? Is it going to be a range toy, bedside gun toy? Is it going to be something you're going to carry? I recently picked up this Taurus P85, and I shot it for the first time yesterday, and it has some issues. And I'll talk about that in a separate video, but I had some issues with the gun, so I need to do some finagling with it, take it apart, clean it, and see what was causing the hiccups. But this gun is a lot lighter to run with. This is my running gun, a gun I use when I'm jogging. This gun is a lot lighter to carry and easier to conceal than my Smith & Wesson VE9 because I traded it for that. So that gun is heavy. This gun is not heavy. When you're running it, you got something on your waistline. It's a little difficult. The Smith & Wesson SD 40 VE, easy to conceal carry for me. when throughout my everyday routine. But let's take a side note, quick side note, or sidecar, whatever you want to call it. What do I think a person's first firearm should be? This might be a little redundant, but just bear with me. A rifle or a shotgun. You can't go wrong, especially in Maryland. To get one of these, you have to wait 7 to 10 days. In Maryland. To get one of these in Maryland, you have to wait 7 to 10 days. What if you just bought your first apartment and right now you're 18 years old, because only Richards, Dicks, whatever you want to call it, they're the one who bumped the age up to 21 in Maryland. But what if you're 18 years old, you just got your first apartment? You can't get a pistol. You can't wait 8, 10 days if you're 21, you just got your first house and you want to make sure that you're safe or whatever that may be. So guess what? In the words of my main man, Uncle Joe Biden, just get a shotgun. Just get a shotgun. And this shotgun is loaded. I'm not going to clear it because this is a go-to shotgun. It's a Mossberg 500. You can get a Mossberg 88, Maverick 88, but this is a 20-inch barrel, tactical model. I'll put a light rail on the heat shield, or a Picatinny rail on heat shield. But anyway, side saddle, sidecar, get a shotgun. A 12 gauge to be exact. They are so versatile, less than lethal loads, birdshot, buckshot, slugs. You can hunt with it on Saturday, defend your home with it on Sunday. It's pretty cool. So that is a smooth bore. I have another shotgun that has a choke in it in case you want to do birdshot or whatever that may be. But anyway, getting back to what I'm saying is, you don't have to wait in Maryland to get one of those. To get a long gun, you can get it immediately. And I believe having multiple points of contact, that will be a better source for home defense. Somebody wants home defense, okay? Or if you're recoil sensitive, and they do have low recoil rounds for those as well. They have low recoil rounds that make that joker feel like a 223 or something less than that. Or go get a rifle. You don't have much experience with one. It's easy to learn on a little 22. This is a Ruger 1022 takedown. After buying this, I personally believe that a person can do better by getting the Ruger 1022 compact with a 16-inch barrel and throw a rear folding stock on there. I mean, unless you just want to spend the $400 for a 1022 takedown. Or if you don't care about that, something you're just going to plink with, $200, you can get a used 1022 all day anywhere, a traditional one. So this will give you some range time experience on it. The only thing that you have to really worry about with 22 is that the ammo is kind of finicky. I used to buy bulk ammo, cheap bulk ammo, because you get thousands of rounds for little or nothing. But for a few cents more, $1 more, you can get. I personally shoot CCI mini mags because the bullet is a hair longer than the traditional 22, and it works. They work. For a pack of 100, it's like $9. Not even being on sale. So I shoot those in my 22. Now let's bring it back. I talked about the rifle. I talked about the shotgun. Rifle, pistol, shotgun, three guns that you definitely should have. But back to getting your first handgun, your first pistol or revolver. First time shooter. If you have a hard time manipulating the slide, pulling it back to bracket, okay. If your hand may not fit around the gun properly to hit the controls, try another gun. And if you're still having issues after, practicing that quite a bit, it's a little confusing, just get a revolver, guys. It's simple. Check this out. This one has, and it is clear. I make sure it's clear, so nobody has to, nothing's in there. Okay? It's a 5-shot. Close it. If you want to do it in single action, pull the hammer. Double action, just pull it. Pull the trigger. Okay? When you're done, hit a little tab here to open up the gate or to open up the wheel. Dump them out. Take some fresh rounds. Load them in. Well, you're going to load them like this, but just to show you guys the demonstration. You get what I'm saying. Revolver is so simple. Some people say, well, it doesn't have much round capacity. It doesn't, but most shots, they stop within like 5 rounds, And even though you can just maybe blast off some rounds, you better remember that you are responsible for every bullet you shoot. So, God forbid somebody breaks in your house and you're just shooting wild, if you're just shooting up in the ceiling or just shooting, if a projectile gets past your house and hits a neighbor, you're responsible for that bullet. So think about that. Or buckshot, whatever it may be. So, all in all, guys, I can't recommend a first-time gun for anybody. It's based on your intended use, how comfortable you are with it, the recoil, and you have to go from there. But as a dummy-proof firearm, I believe a revolver is dummy-proof. Not to say nothing can go wrong with them, but your chances of having a malfunction are less likely than with having a traditional striker-fired pistol. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for me today. I wasn't trying to sway anybody any particular way, but do believe that do understand that I do believe that you should have a shotgun, a rifle, and some type of handgun. Yeah. So with that being said, Happy New Year's. God bless you. Please make sure you share, like, and subscribe. If this video added any value to your life, please let me know in the comment section. If there's something I could have done differently or something else that I should have elaborated on, please let me know. But yeah, thank you guys. God bless.